can't believe we rapped like
It was
5 minutes ago.
I feel like it came out of nowhere. It
Yeah.
came out like rap, and I was like,
Yeah.
no.
And then it was done. I wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't ready for it either.
At
No-
all.
Yeah, he just kind of sprung it on us.
Yeah, I thought it was like the next thing.
Yeah.
I thought we'd have one more.
I thought we had one more
I
too.
did too. Snuck up.
Well, I saw a casting call on Backstage, and I had submitted for it, and I only write cover letters for things that I actually want. So I wrote a cover letter about it after reading the sides that they had posted online, and then I didn't hear from them for like weeks. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely, there's nothing happening there. And then they emailed me about coming in and auditioning in LA, and I was actually vacationing in Big Bear, and I cut my I told my family that I couldn't go with them because I wanted this part so much, so I stayed in LA and they all went skiing, and yeah, I came to audition and it was incredible. Like walking in the room, I just had a feeling of like the kindness and the warmth that like everyone in there was giving me, and it was just immediately like comfortable and at ease. And I read with Nick, and he was so good. I asked him if he was an actor because he was giving me so much, and I felt like I could actually act. It wasn't like an audition with a reader. It was a performance, and it was lovely.
My mom was really tough. She always wanted me to be a pageant girl, like a doll. But I hated makeup. And she used to hit me. So I had to cover it up, you know.
That's terrible.
Acting just became my way of turning into someone I wasn't ashamed of when I looked in the mirror. It was liberating, and I made some really good friends, and I also, you know, made a few more problems from my mental stability, but it really boosted my ego, and it helped me stand up to her. Your turn.
I don't know.
Come on. No, come on.
No.
Come on.
When I was young, I saw an old video of my dad acting on stage, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and I wanted to be just like him. So he took me to my first audition.
I like talking to you.
I like talking to you too.
It was quite an experience, actually. At first I wasn't gonna be able to audition. I saw the posting, and I'd worked with Nick before on My Name Is Art, and so I was super excited, and I figured out I wasn't able to do it because I was filming something else, and then things happened and things turned around, and I figured out I was able to do it. But I figured out as I was flying back to Missouri, and I was like, oh no. And so I had to self-tape, but it was actually a super trip because he sent me he was awesome enough. He sent me the whole script, and
No.
yeah, he was great. He sent me, and I read it through, and I was like, oh my God, and it just tore me apart. And then it was, I was in Missouri. I didn't have any actor friends around me, and so I just went up to my family, and I was like, who wants to slap me like 8 times in the face?
No.
Yeah, literally, it was like, and everyone was like, excuse me? And I was like, yeah, on camera too. It'd be wonderful, actually. You'd be helping me out. So it was actually, for my audition, it was my aunt. My aunt, like, we did the take, self-tape, don't tell Nick. We did the take like 6 times, so I got slapped by my aunt pretty hardcore about like 40 times. It was a trip, but it was fun. It was good to get it in. Actually get here.
I don't believe you. I asked you for one thing yesterday. What was it?
To me, what I say.
Precisely. So why are you lying?
I don't know.
Wrong. You do know.
I'm angry
At what?
I don't know.
You are not thinking, Charlie.
At myself.
What about yourself?
I don't know. Having hope.
Cliche. Try again.
I don't know. Being naive!
Yes, you are naive if you thought you could get on this stage and give me a performance like that. Charlie, wait.
What is wrong with you? You blur this line between art and reality, and I didn't join this show to get a girlfriend, Daisy. I joined this show to get to New York. And I can't afford to just pick up and leave like you can.
Don't make me feel bad for having money.
That's not what this is about! It's not about the money! You messed with my head! You made me believe this lie!
It wasn't a lie.
What are you talking about?
It's...
There was this girl I grew up with, and I don't know. It was stupid, I guess. I hate saying that actually, because it didn't feel stupid. But I always told myself that I wouldn't let a girl get in the way of me pursuing my dreams. So we ended things. I left for college for a bit, and then my dad got sick, and he couldn't afford the medical bills, and he wasn't going to pay for my rent or tuition. And so when I came back to take care of him, I called her to I don't know. I guess I just thought we'd get back together. Then, after 2 years, I just couldn't seem to pick up where we left off. And she's, talking to somebody, and I was just getting in the way at the point. It was every street we walked down, or like corner we laughed on, like restaurant we wanted to go to. I know it just gets to me. And my dad passed away last year. And I couldn't afford to pay for his funeral. So it was just me and some guy from the state. I had to bury him. And I had to move to this dump. If I could get the scholarship to go to New York, then I could leave it all behind, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lied to you about being a student. For not bringing you here earlier. I just, because I was a little embarrassed to show you where I lived. And I know I've been weird with all the coupley things. It's just been...
Well, honestly, I've never had the chance to play an actor before in a film. And Daisy in the sides, because I think they had 3 separate sides posted online, and one of them was the final scene, and that just hit me, and that's what drew me in, because I didn't know the circumstances exactly, but it was just such a tragic goodbye between them. I felt that immediately, not knowing what had gone on previously. And then once I read the script, I immediately connected with Daisy, and in my opinion, I think that she's coming at everything from a place of love, and even love for Charlie, and she did the wrong things, but for all the right reasons. And I feel like that's a very human experience. And it didn't come off well or exactly like she hoped, but I think that it was coming from a genuine place, and I connected to that part of her drive and her love. And falling in love with someone.
Yeah, for me I saw the posting, and just immediately I didn't even have to read anything. I was like, I'd love to work with Nick and the crew, just all you guys. It's just like, and so I jumped on it. I like applied even before I could read it, but then I read the character and I was like, oh, and it already kind of sounded like kind of who I was
Like
as
you.
a person. And then I got the script and I read it. And I was like, okay. So I literally was like, I asked my mom. I was like, did Nick interview you? Did you get a call from a guy named Nick? He's trying to write a script, I think. But it was like weirdly spot on. Just a lot of things that happen in the script correlate with my own life on weirdly many levels, down to like the records being played and the relationships and just everything as a whole. It was literally spot on. So I fell in love with it immediately after I read it, and I was like, well, yep. And I had 2 other projects I was working on in between, and I was like,
Me too.
but no, I focused on them when I did, but I also was like focusing because I fell in love with just the story of.
Yeah, even like rehearsing by yourself, you want to do it.
Right.
Like it's a pleasure, even when
Right.
it's not like on set or even with another actor, because you get enveloped in the story. And I think it's easy, because we're actors, to sink into their like deepest drives. It's not like I'm like, oh, why does Daisy want to act? Let me give her a backstory. Like it's just, it's there. It's already like alive in you.
Yeah, it was already filled out.
Yeah, it was already filled out. And so it was a pleasure to work on.
Yeah, most definitely.
There's something that my dad always told me growing up, and he always said, it's in the Bible as well, but he always says to guard your heart. And that's important. It's important to be able to guard your own heart. But what I've learned through life is that we are stewards of each other as well. And that it's part of my responsibility as a human to make sure that his heart is being protected as well. And in this script, that is made very apparent because Daisy crosses the line so deeply. And she's not considering the true core of him, and everything that he shares with her. She should have dropped it right then, but she didn't. And I think that happens in life all the time. And this film just really impressed upon me just the importance of taking care of one another and being so gentle with each other's hearts and our souls, because it's who you are.
Most definitely. Yeah, this I mean, for me, like I was saying, there's a lot of correlations with my life and the script, and being in the, if you went with themes and stuff for this, the love and forgiveness and all these different betrayal, but none of that stuff I feel like really matters when it comes to this story, and that's what the thematic, because what was so beautiful about this story, going back to kind of why it was so attractive, was because it was so real, and because these are humans, and every single one of us in the movie is flawed in our own way, because the teacher gets too aggressive, and she has good intentions, but it messes up. I have good intentions, but I freak out, I yell, and it becomes, everyone's human, and that's I think the greater meaning of this is we are literally playing ourselves. Like it's like in theater and in film and in everything, we are human. We do the best we can.
Yeah.
And still, it's gonna
Yeah.
mess up. Like,
Yeah, you can still fail even with the best intentions, which is real uplifting, you know.
Right.
And
Like-
no,
it is uplifting because it sounds like a sad like a thing like where it's like you try really hard and you're still gonna fail, but that's not like you know it's like
Yeah.
it's that idea that like that you try really hard and you will fail and that's okay because then Samuel Beckett fail better,
feel better.
and you get up, you do it again, and that's kind of what both of our
Yeah,
stories
both of them
basically.
pick themselves up and
And
keep going.
yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Nick is lovely to work with. He is so awesome. I don't think he knows how like cool he keeps it
Yeah.
on set. Like there are so many things. Nick is the guy, right? He's the guy.
Yeah.
And everyone is asking him. Sometimes I just watch him work because I enjoy watching him direct. And he does this thing where like everyone will be like lauding him with questions, and the actors, lighting, like sound, everyone. And he takes a moment. He looks at the person. He takes a moment to hear them.
Yeah.
He like goes through all of like the files in his brain, pulls out the answer and gives it to them. Next person looks at them, hears them, goes through the same motions, and he never like no matter what he's feeling on the inside, he never seems flustered or like he never gets aggressive and like yells and which I mean I certainly have had plenty of directors that do that. But he treats everyone with such respect and kindness, and he's very intentional in his direction. And it makes it so nice to work with.
Yeah.
He's just a kind, funny person.
Yeah, it's just from an actor's standpoint, this is the person you'd want to work with.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
It's easy.
It's light, and when you ask him for a note, he gives you one, or he'll be like or like he'll be very straight with you.
Very straightforward.
But in a caring way, like he really cares for everybody that's involved, and it just makes it literally so easy. And just his vision alone, I mean, you could work if he was just the worst guy, which he just happens to be blessed with kindness.
Yeah, he's kind.
And like the nicest guy in the world. But if he was the worst person,
You'd still
I'd
probably work with him. Yeah.
Like because he's
Don't tell him
right,
that.
right.
Don't.
Be a good guy. Keep it. But no, it's truly he's a sweet guy, and cares about, like you were saying, just cares about everybody on set.
Yeah.
And along with that, the added bonus of just being extremely
Gifted.
in what he does.
Yeah.
It's very cool. And he has the ability to pull together a crew.
An
That is-
incredible crew.
I was just telling him right after
So
we wrapped.
tight.
I was like, this is it. Every time I work on a set with him, it just everybody is so like boom, boom, boom. The AD calls and wow.
And it takes a special person to bring together other special people that all want to like work together. But like everyone on set, incredibly respectful, kind, and talented, and definitely in communication with one another. There was no communication breakdowns, which is such a big deal. And they're all so gifted in what they do. I've seen like one shot, and it's lit beautifully. It's shot beautifully, and everyone is dedicated. Everyone is dedicated to this goal, and it was awesome.
Truly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, Megan was incredible.
Yeah,
She
where do we
is
start,
one of
Megan?
the sweetest, kindest people that I have ever met in my life. She is just like,
And Karis, once again, is like, it's like every time she comes around, it's like,
so calming.
it's so comforting.
Her like persona is it's like so calming, so comforting, and there's just like love and light that just shines out of her entire being.
Especially like doing the stuff that we were doing. It's like, I'm mad, and we're mad and sad, and then timid and scared, and then she comes up, she's like, hey.
Yeah,
It's like,
always conscious of like, do you need anything? Can I get you
Yeah.
anything? Even though
Yeah.
we see her running around, like she's working her butt off, but like whenever you have an individual interaction with her, she's just like, how are you doing?
Right.
Can I get you anything? Like, and it's just like, don't think about me, think about you.
Yeah,
Like,
like, you-
can I get you anything?
right. Oh.
Yeah, she's incredible. On top of it, she was on top of her game the whole time.
I mean, we could list off, I think, Andrew,
Incredible talent.
yeah.
Wow.
The fact
Wow.
that the camera thing, just watching.
Oh, his shots are remarkable. Like
Unbelievable.
truly beautiful work. Any chance I could to just kind of like peek behind him at like the small monitor, I would take them.
Dude's a beast.
Every chance. He's a beast. Yeah.
He's a beast. And with that being the DP, Brigitte.
Brigida.
Her
We
vision.
didn't. I didn't get a huge chance to work with her.
Right. Yeah. That I got the
She
chance for my names are. She was the I believe cinematographer. The terminology. But she and just her vision is beautiful, and she worked as the DP, so it's a little
Yeah,
harder,
it's
harder
it's
to
hard
notice.
because she's behind in Video Village for
Exact-
most
yeah,
of
right,
the
right.
most
But-
of the time. But.
But she has such a beautiful
Gentle
eye.
spirit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
And also very intentional and very direct.
yeah.
She doesn't mess around.
Right. In like that is so true. And like, but still with that like care, you know, and every time it would be
extreme
like
care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
you can tell she takes extreme care with every like movement that she makes and
yeah. And so like every time she'd be like calling things, she'd be like in her thing, and then she'd call Christian, not me, and I'd like look over and she'd be like, and she'd like have a smile. I was like, oh okay,
So
that's
cute.
just it's just it's. I mean, we could go on. I feel like about every single person.
Yeah.
And it was
Everyone.
just a grand delight to work with this cast crew.
I think what was your favorite scene to shoot? And it doesn't have to be with me.
Ooh, favorite scene to shoot. Oh man, there was. I don't know if it was my. I have to think about that one. There was a few that were just a lot of fun. That I mean, to let loose on the when we the fight, not a fun necessarily a fun scene to shoot, but it just the release of the fighting was intense. Just kind of for an actor, it's like whoa. But actually, our first scene, the picnic thing, that was for some reason it was it was one of my favorites because it was just it was so simple.
It's so easy.
It was so sweet. It was so easy.
That was very
Yeah,
sweet.
it was the first experience we had. Actually, and
Yeah.
with that, I remember I was like, "Hey, watch your step," because it was like a little slippery out there.
So good.
And I was like, "Watch your step." I literally said, "Watch your step." I turned around and went, "Whoa," and I ate the dirt.
And I hope they kept it.
Oh,
I
hope-
think they did because we didn't retake after that. So good.
So bad.
It was really funny.
Yeah, I tend to have a lot of
Moments?
where I just break things. Like always, I slip, I fall on sets and stuff like that. But probably the worst of which I broke my nose on. I was supposed to break a lamp and I missed, and I broke my nose instead, and it's still broken. You can see. I don't know if it's like.
No, you look good. It's healing.
Is it okay?
It's healing really nicely.
Great. That's good news. But intense. Intense for sure. Literally, if you pick a fight with a lamp on set,
The lamp wins.
the lamp will always win.
Every time.
Oh, I just need myself for the nose. I just need my nose.
You okay?
Are we cut?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just need my nose.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like on the light.
I'm on first aid here. Oh. Are we done?
Alright.
I've got him.
It's a horrible moment, but I felt so connected to you that day. That was the day that we were, it was like, I felt like we were really, really in sync, like that entire time. And so I waited for you in the ER.
Oh,
because I just couldn't leave. It wasn't just me. It was like a group. It was Tom and Andrew and Megan and Nick.
Right, yeah, there was like
But he left his wallet, and they didn't want to admit him without it. And I was just like, I'll take his wallet, because I wanted to go with them in the first vehicle. Like, I wanted to go with you then, but it was like all full. And so then I was like, I'm gonna go.
Hey guys, Nicholas Lau here. We are currently at Tri-City Hospital because our main actor, Christian Sullivan, has probably broken his nose.
Oh, definitely.
So we're just chilling here waiting for him to get examined. And as of right now, we don't know what the fate of the shoot is for the rest of the weekends, but we'll figure it out. We'll be fine. We got Rachel here as well, our beautiful lead for Daisy. So yeah, this is definitely not what I was expecting to happen today.
Hire like what is it, SFX? Like a makeup artist to come in. And like a little cover up.
We can probably just get Beth to do it.
Oh, Beth.
Yeah, she can do it.
Just cheat the animal.
Just fix it in post. Perfect.
All right, that's
Your
not.
editor's gonna love it.
That's not.
You're
It's gonna happen.
Nick can fix it in post. I've seen him do sky replacement. He can do this.
That's okay.
He's
this
done
is not-
lasers
this
too.
is different.
He's done lasers too?
He's done lasers too.
Oh,
Yeah.
if he's done lasers, then this is easy peasy.
Ooh, that's great. What celebrity has a great nose? Give me that one. That'd be awesome.
I can't do that.
It's like a little button nose.
You should get Owen Wilson's nose.
Oh, Wilson.
Might not have to do VFX for that.
And I don't know. I just feel like we just clicked.
Yeah, that day, I think that was, ironically, the day I broke my nose was
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite days of shooting, for sure.
It was a good day.
Because it was very, for sure.
My favorite scene is our goodbye scene.
That's
my favorite.
Yeah.
Out of the whole thing. I think I felt most connected to you in that moment. And
Breaking my heart. I'm leaving out the door. It's just like welling up tears, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. Because I wasn't welling up tears, but I was. Yeah, you were. Because, but man, was that heartbreaking. I wasn't supposed to.
So what did that scene look like? Where were you guys staying? I think that was
so, it was yesterday, and we had, well, let me first say that like most of our happy stuff was done last weekend. So we got to have fun together, and Nick did a brilliant job of planning that.
Organized perfect.
You know, it's organized really, really well for like maximum like benefit. And and so like it was super fun, like flirty and fun, like that's that's the position that the characters are in. And then this weekend we got hit with some sweet stuff, and then, you know, the majority of the heavy lifting. And but that scene is after the play. Daisy's waiting in the lobby to like try to catch his eye, and she sees him with another girl, and she sees the way that he actually is, this open, bright, friendly, with this old friend. And she realizes in that moment that isn't the person that she has come to know, that he was so guarded. But with her, he was himself. And watching you with another girl broke my heart. I was like, that's my buddy. That's not yours.
Who was the actor?
Her name is Christina.
Mm-hmm.
And she came in just for that, for that scene. And but then watching you walk away was just really hard. It was difficult, but the most poignant.
Right. And for my character, it was a bittersweet thing for sure, but just based on the experiences we, you know, the past 2 weekends, it's been, it was just heartbreaking. So the bitter was a bit stronger. You know. So. It was good.
Yeah. It's so much fun backstage,
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out in the dressing room with Viva and Leah, and they're incredible girls. They are just so lovely and caring, and they did an incredible job with all of the wardrobe, making sure that it was appropriate for the characters and for who they were. There was like one outfit that I put on, and I said, "Oh, this is Daisy. This is it. Like, this is who she is." And it was just an immediate thing, and that is a testament to their skill in what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And
The moment Sam, the sound guy, last weekend.
lovely.
Sweetest guy in the
Lovely.
world.
So sweet.
Sweetest guy in the world. He was so, like, for me, I mean, it's different, but he was like, can you put this up your shirt? And it was our
Such
mic.
a gentleman.
And I was like, oh, usually people are just like,
Yeah, usually they just like, they
dig on
don't
up.
care.
But he was so sweet.
He's
And
so
then
gentle.
how he was with you was just the sweetest. It was like almost heartbreaking. It was so sweet.
It was so sweet.
So everybody is so sweet. Everybody.
He was so kind and so delicate and very gentle.
He'd be like, you got.
Can you
just shift the.
just
It was like
There you
very
go.
softly. It was so sweet. He's a good guy.
Yeah, really fun. Oh, also, my first time playing charades was on camera.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't played charades, and so they did like a quick, they gave me the rules really, really quickly, and they're like,
Right, and we legit played.
okay, and we played.
We played.
We played. Yeah, I didn't get all of the things right, like all of the, this is something, yeah. I don't know what it
syllables.
is, but that is of motion.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I think is,
Um,
was this bot person?
A person, I think. I've never heard that one before.
Somebody told me that, so
Sounds
I was
like-
using it. It didn't work, but
A lot of it in my own head is like from an actor's standpoint, and just I don't know. I get really into the world of an actor's mind, but just the way everything works on film, that just the experience of this set and working with this crew and with this story. I don't think I've worked on a story quite like this with such an arc that happens rather quickly. But the experience of understanding that humanness and trying to develop the humanness between us and ourselves, I think is in how we match that with it being around the crew and the crew taking care of us and us trying to take care of the crew and of each other. Just the story and everything involved. I think it was the takeaway for me, I think, as an actor and as just a person, is that that it's like, I don't know, that there's I don't know how to word it, but like there's a lot we have to think about in life, but there's a lot that we shouldn't worry about, I guess, and because other people are taking care of us or trying their best at the very, very least, and to trust
to be able to trust other people.
Exactly, trust for
Being
be
able to let them in a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. It goes with the story and it goes with the set. It's just like, let it all happen,
Yeah, I think, one of the biggest takeaways is really just to be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone on set respects one another. They're kind to each other.
What a difference.
You don't
it
hear
makes.
there's no back talking, bickering, cursing. The entire, it's a big difference.
Yeah, huge difference.
Just people treating each other with kindness.
Right. It's something so small,
It's
simple,
a very
and
small thing.
debatably easy.
It should be easy. But when you approach it with love, and I think also all of the artists that were working on this film, they all love what they do. And they're good at what they do. And it shows. It makes it fun. Then we get to play. You really get to experience the best part of filmmaking. And that was just lovely. It was wonderful. But yeah, be kind to another. Watch out for each other. I mean, we're all we have.
Right.
Especially like everyone in LA, you're away from your family.
Yeah.
I'm away from my family. So you build a community of people that love and care for each other, and you get to work with each other, which is great.
That's a beautiful. It's like you're the big brother. I'm the youngest of 6, so it's like as it goes on, it's like the big brother helping the little brother, and the little brother's picking up on all the mistakes that the bigger brothers did, or the bigger sisters, obviously, and
you're better for it,
right? And you take that in, and that's beautiful, because to think of it like big brother, big sister, little sister, is kind of what's so darn beautiful about art, is because it is, you create a family, and like, you create these people, you get close, actors, we get close. And just the same with crew. It just becomes like this, if you're doing it right, it becomes this big family, and it's and you whether or not you're able to see those siblings again, they're always there, and it's like, and you keep it with you along with the art, and you learn from them, and you learn with them. And it's just
the amazing thing is, like, if you are open to learning from each other, there are, even if you have years and years of experience, if you are like coming from a humble place, you're willing to learn something from that 18-year-old kid, like fresh out of high school, and you're like, he's got a good eye. I'm gonna pay attention. Right. And I think that everyone acts in humility on this set. Nobody thought they knew it, and is like, it's my way or the highway. There was a lot of give and take, and that's cool to see. Just thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's like the best world to be in.
Yeah. When
you feel safe enough to explore, and you know that you're with nice, good people.
Yeah, bro.
But it was great. I'm really sad that it's over.
Yeah.
It's if I could come back here every day, I would.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's I could not have said it better. I'm gonna drive back to LA.
Me too.
And LA is great.
It's awesome. Yeah,
but
LA is wonderful.
It's wonderful. However, I literally would
would
here
drive down
every
here.
day. Like, it's just every time I am like driving, like when I was driving back this past Thursday, I was like, yes. Like when I got figured out I got the opportunity to come back down and work with these guys again, I was like, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great time, and it has been. And it is really sad that it's over. Also want to say, I got my card from the crew. Thank you guys so much. I didn't get to thank them, so I hope this reaches. They gave me a card. They gave me a card sent with some of them were hilarious, and some of them were like super.
That's so sweet.
I know. Oh, what's that?
Like a get well card.
Yeah, a get well card. And
I didn't send you a get well card.
Yeah, I know.
Say like get well text.
Yeah, you did.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, you're fine. Yeah, it's the modern age get well card. But no, it was so sweet. It was super. I just read it last night. I was trying to avoid it until after the emotional scenes, because then I would be like, wrong emotional. But I read it last night, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And just to see everybody's name, just the care. It's so cool. So thank you guys so much.